This video is sponsored by Squarespace. There's one secret color that makes your paints more opaque, helps your bright colors explode with vibrancy, and instantly grabs attention. But chances are you're not using it to its full potential. Today, let's talk about why white is one of the most underrated and one of the most important colors in your entire painting arsenal. Today, I'm painting Beowulf from the Painting Goes Ever On, and nothing suits a heroic miniature like a bold, vibrant red cape. I'm beginning with one of the most crucial steps in the entire painting process, priming the cape white. But why is this step so important? When it comes to paint, vibrant colors like pink, yellow, and red are naturally more translucent, meaning one can easily see the colors underneath them. If you've ever tried painting hot pink over a darker color, you've no doubt encountered this problem. In comparison, dull and muted colors frequently reach full opacity in a single layer of paint. So what's going on here? The science behind paint opacity comes down to pigment size. Many paints, like brown, black, and white, have larger pigments, making them more opaque. Vibrant colors, on the other hand, have smaller pigments, making them naturally more translucent. White is a highly reflective base, meaning it bounces light back to the eye and enhances the appearance of smaller pigment particles. By reflecting more light, white amplifies colors instantly, making hues appear richer and more luminous. Without a white base, vivid colors may appear dull, uneven, or less saturated, making them more challenging to work with. I start with my brightest, most translucent paint to fully utilize the white base coat. This is usually a mid-tone rather than my brightest highlight, since highlights can often contain white, making them more opaque. Since these paints are transparent, you may need to apply multiple layers to reach full opacity. Be sure to let the paint dry before applying a second layer. With my pure vibrant red applied, it's time to paint the shadows. I'm mixing up two colors, a darker shadow color and a mid-tone color in between my shadow color and my pure red. Then, using a stippling technique, I'm stamping my darkest color roughly into the recesses of the cape down the back of the figure, as well as the bottom of the large curve here at the upturned side of the cape. I like stippling because it adds texture to the model, creating depth and a touch of realism to the figure. If you want to learn more about stippling, check this video here. Then I take my mid-tone color and blend out the harsh edges, again using the stippling technique. Beyond enhancing vibrancy, white is also essential for improving opacity. Let's say I went a little overboard with my shadow color and need to bring back that vibrant red. If I try to paint red directly over this mistake, its transparency means it won't fully cover the darker area. However, by mixing in a bit of white, I can instantly boost the red's opacity. The larger white pigments help the paint cover my mistake more effectively, allowing me to conceal errors with fewer layers. Once the area is properly covered, I can then paint pure red over top, seamlessly blending everything back into place, almost like the mistake never happened. While using white is the key to unlocking the full potential of your paints, Squarespace is the key to unleashing the full potential of your online business or online presence. Using Squarespace's new design intelligence, you can create your perfect website using AI tools in just minutes. Combine that with Squarespace Payments, the easiest way to manage all your transactions in one place, and of course, my favorite flexible design templates with drag and drop features, Squarespace is a no-brainer for creating your perfect website. When you're ready to start, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use code LYLA to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Alright, back to painting. White is a powerful tool for controlling focus and guiding the viewer's attention. Our eyes are naturally drawn to areas of high contrast and brightness, which makes white an essential element in composition and focus. When painting miniatures, I like to use white or near white on the most important elements of the model, typically the face and whatever the character is holding. These are the areas that tell the story of the figure and should command attention. In contrast, less important areas should be kept darker to avoid distracting from the focal points. A simple but effective rule of thumb is to keep the top half of the model brighter than the lower half of the model. This mimics how light naturally falls, reinforcing realism and ensuring that the viewer's attention stays on the upper part of the miniature, where key details usually are found. To push contrast even further and make our highlights more striking, it's useful to surround bright areas with darker tones. While white naturally draws the eye, placing it next to deep shadows enhances its impact even more. Having bright highlights also makes our darker areas appear darker. This technique can help create a stronger sense of depth and drama in your miniature. By strategically using white, you can take control of the viewer's gaze, making your miniatures more visually striking and easier to read at a glance. Whether it's highlighting a warrior's face, a glowing sword, or mystical energy effect, understanding how white guides the eye can elevate your painting to the next level. And now that we've unlocked the secrets of white, check out how you can use this free secret ingredient to elevate your painting immediately. Alright, that's it from me. You know the drill, like, comment, subscribe. Go join me on Patreon where you can get access to behind the scenes content, join my Discord, get weekly feedback on your miniatures, and more. If nothing else, you can use the Amazon links down in my description box and I'll make a little bit of money. It doesn't cost anything extra for you, it's just a little bit for me. Alright, thanks so much, I'll see you next time.